whenever you see this at override annotation in here, this is mainly for readability. So if I delete this, it doesn't change anything. So what this is saying really is, so anyone looking at this code, or if you are doing anything with CI, CD, for example, or documenting your code, then anyone looking at this, they know that this method is an override from the parent class. When I mean override, I mean that it's being changed, right? Because remember, if I go back to object class, so the default implementation is get class and then add sign plus the hash code. But what we're doing is we're changing this implementation. We are overriding the toString method from the parent class. So if I click on cat once more, this is what it's saying. It's just saying that we are overriding the toString, and here we are defining our own implementation. So whether you have this or not, it doesn't change anything. So if I run this, the code still runs, but it's always best practice for you to include the add override whenever you override a method from the parent class. But you'll see this later on in this course when we start to use interfaces and whatnot. But I just want you to bear in mind this annotation. It doesn't change anything. It's just for readability. And it says that you change the implementation of a particular method that comes from the parent class. Now, if this method is called, let's say, toStrings, well, you can see that method does not override method from its superclass. And this is because in the superclass, i.e. object, there is no method called toStrings with an S, but there is a method called toString. So therefore, this doesn't work in here. And it's telling you, and I don't even think you can run this. Yeah, you can see that basically you can't even compile, right? So this will only work if the method is present in the parent class. So toString is present, and we are changing the behavior because we don't want to have the random string with the @ sign and hash code, and instead we want to have this string representation of an object whenever we print it. Okie dokie. So this is pretty much everything for the toString @ override symbol.